Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abomb. Welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn and what is most likely going to be the last video of this playthrough. I think we're at the final boss. I think this Deathbringer we're about to face might be the last boss, because I think Hades is just going to be just destroy it and that's it. So I think this Deathbringer we're about to face is going to be the last boss of the game. So last time we came here to Meridian and we were planning for the eventual attack of the Eclipse. We have killed Helis, he's now dead, and now we're heading to this. This is the Spire, which we haven't really seen until last time. And this is basically the signal point that Hades is going to use to awaken all of the ancient machines, all the Deathbringers that were destroyed long ago and went into hibernation underneath the ground. But he has woken some of them up, so there are Deathbringers about, and we're going to face one very shortly. So that's what we're going to do. Helis is dead. We managed to see off a few Deathbringers, like the other machines, the new machines, some corruptors, some other stuff. Now we have to protect the Spire and try and destroy this Deathbringer.
Arrival of entity has been.
We've already seen this, but we'll see it again.
Will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of entity has been accounted for.
Right, so there it is. It's an ancient Deathbringer. It's one of the old ones, and that's what we've got to destroy. I had one go at this at the end of the last video. We didn't last very long. We died very quickly. What I'm going to do first of all, I have 7 skill points that I'm going to use. So what can we use those on? What would be a good thing to use it on that's going to help us here? I don't think really there's very much that is going to help us. A strike from below won't help. The balanced aim won't help. Heavy lifter could work. If there's some heavy weapons, we can make use of them. And concentration as well. Okay, that leaves us 2. The balanced aim isn't really going to help, but we'll just use up our last skill point with that. Anything else that we can maybe do? We've got some treasure boxes. We'll just loot all of them. We've got some special items here which I don't really think we need to use. So let's anything that we can modify. Well, the mighty bow. Let's put some stuff on these, shall we? Let's put a fire coil on this, and let's put a tear coil on that. The tripcaster we haven't really used. And the war bow, that's got shock arrows, doesn't it? So that's not really something we're using. The shadow sling as well. Let's put a fire coil on that, and let's put a let's put one of each on there: a fire, a shock, and a freeze. We'll just use those up. Can we do it? Can we modify our spear? No, we can't. Okay. What about our outfit? That's got some mods on it, so that's okay. Just trying to put ourselves in the best position we can for this, which I think we have now done. Okay. Right, let's get our tear blast arrows out. And we need to try and destroy the guns first of all, I think. And just try and avoid the gunfire. Okay, so I think that's one of them down. No, it's still there. So I think the first thing I want to do is get rid of these. Let's try and avoid him if we can. I've got a health boost potion, so I'm going to use that. The aiming of this bow is not great. Right, let's move out of the way. Okay, something's going on. I don't know quite what that is. I need a potion. There we go. Right, that's one of the guns I think destroyed. Yes. Wow, okay. Oh, goal, we're very nearly dead. Okay, we've got some alloys here as well, so we can try and sort of make use of them. Okay, that's one of those guns destroyed now. Let's get our health back to full. So now, you've got the machine guns on either side. Here's one. So now I think I'm going to try and get rid of those. Well, a timer has shown up. Not quite sure what that is. Maybe that's how long it takes for the other machines to be like fully awake. So we need to try and... So we now also got a race against time. That's not good. Oh, I can't get any more tear blast arrows. That's not good. So... yeah, that's not going to be good. So now we've just got to try and aim for these guns and just try and destroy them. And again, we're really going through these potions. This is a difficult fight. Do we have any precision arrows, maybe? That was a good shot. Right, let's craft some more of them. There's a lot of barrels around as well. I'm not quite sure why, because this Deathbringer isn't really moving from the middle too much. And we're running out of cover as well. God, there's guns on... oh god, I just realised there's guns on the back as well. That's not good. Oh, great.
All of you, focus on the new machines.
Alright, there's some corruptors around now. Ooh, health. I have one full potion left. Right, can I go... is there anywhere I can go where there's like potions and stuff? Ah, what's this?
Prioritize entity.
Can't let Hades slow us down anymore.
Right, that machine's down. I lost the loot from it, which is a bit annoying. Right, back to this. Right, it's down to almost half health. Oh, more stuff here. What we got? Oh, I saw some potions. That's good. Let's use another health boost. Oh, can I go down there? Actually, that was a bad idea. I'm now cornered. I didn't realise there's this whole area that we can now go into. Actually, it's getting very close as well, which is a bit of a worry. And I don't know, can we get too close to Hades, or is that going to be a problem?
Execute.
Okay, here it comes.
Ah, that's one. Oh, one more gun. Oh, that was it. Come on, I was aiming right at that. Oh my god, these guns are really... Right, time is at 4 minutes 45. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Right, I think all the guns are pretty much destroyed now. So if we go to some fire arrows, we can start trying to overheat it. And the same for the legs as well. Wait. Can we critical hit it?
Can't let Hades slow us down anymore.
Right, let's run. There's a big gun here. I want it. Deathbringer gun. Yes! Yes! Right, that's that used now. Right, back to fire. Oh no, I need some more fire arrows.
Aloy! They have fresh allies. Don't let them overrun us!
Wait, there's more people coming. Right, that's overheating again. Right, there's a corruptor. Need to get rid of this. Oh, and more stuff as well. Oh god, wow, 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 wow. Shh. Health, 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 health. Move! Get out of the way. Move.
Prioritize entity.
Okay. Help me bring it down!
Shit, move.
If we don't get to Hades soon, it's all over.
2 minutes. Oh, but the time is really running down.
Last one down.
Right, that's done. I'm running out of time. Wait, it's almost overheated. Yes. Move, 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 move. I'm running out of time. Move! It's almost dead. I don't know, freeze maybe? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to do this in time. No, I can't do this in time. If I'd have actually had no other machines to deal with, I probably would have done it. But yeah. I'm guessing that's a timer. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it?
Transmission complete. Dormant units reactivated. Entity has failed.
Okay, I guess that is a failure then. God, that's hard. We almost had it. It was so close. Okay.
Watch it. They keep coming.
Oh, hold on though.
Take them out first.
It's at half health. So we actually did get a checkpoint there. I can get more tear blast arrows as well. There's another gun, but it's on the back. Ah, we need to kill the corruptors though. God, there's a bellow back as well. I didn't realise we had those here as well. Oh no, why did I just whistle? God, there's loads more corruptors around, I just realised.
Execute.
It'll take more than you to stop me.
Right, I want to actually check. These things that open up on the Deathbringer, what are they weak to? Is it the heat vents? Is that what's opening up? Yeah, so that's what's exposed when it overheats. So if we use maybe like hard points on those, that should do more damage. Because it's overheating. But it's still got some guns on it that it's using on us. Yeah, we need to try and disable those if we can. But it might not be as easy as that. Just realised how low my health is.
We've cleaned them out.
Okay, so again, that's overheating. So shoot the heat vents.
We're running out of time.
Oh, that was a terrible shot. Come on. Right, that's two of them gone, I think. There's one left. I'm glad that it gives me a checkpoint, because I wasn't sure if it was going to or not. I'm so happy it actually gave me a checkpoint. Move. Okay, more. Hard point. Alright, that's not one of them dead. Now we go after these things, maybe? What are these? It's got loads of those points on it. Is it the cooling rods? I think they're the cooling rods. The stabilizers cause the machine to fall on its side, so you can go for those. Let's get a mini health pack. See, there's another thing that's on the back. There's another turret that's on the back, but it still launches stuff at us. Right, it's overheating again.
To finish this now.
Oh, I just realised my time. Move! Right, I've got no health. I need some potions. Give me some potions if there's some anywhere. I think we've already got them though. Oh, there's a box up there. Let's try and go for that. If we can. The thing is, I'm wasting time. I'm using up time here that I could
Execute.
Aloy!
destroy the machine with.
Get back down now.
It's so low on health though. We're nearly there. Right. Oh. Oh. Come on. It's so nearly done. Come on, another overheat. And that should give me time. It's so nearly dead. Come on. Yes! There it goes!
The battle is ours.
Oh, I knew we were close. Oh, that was so good. Right. Hopefully, there's nothing else to do. I think Hades should be pretty linear. I imagine that's going to be very sort of story driven. Right, let's just get our health up to full just in case. If we can. There we go. Destroy Hades with a Master Override. Yeah, we've already got the tool to do that, so we should be able to do it. Right, let's loot this corruptor as well. Right. Hades, here we come. Oh, that was a difficult one, but we did it.
System threat imminent.
Yeah, I'm that system threat. Oh, we've done it. Well, okay, what? Where are we? Where did that take us? Oh, is that Elizabeth? I think that's Elizabeth. Or is it Gaia?
Master override armed. To activate state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
There we go. We've vanquished Hades. Yep. That will shut down all the old machines again. They came up out of the ground. Hopefully that is Hades shut down and destroyed. Aaron survived. Val survived. They're still with us. And Meridian's, well, safe. Didn't just save Meridian, we saved the world from extinction again. Data integrity restored. Gaia log 3rd of February 2065.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit. But
Are we? Are we going to Sobek's house?
So the grass caught fire.
When
So
Sobek was gonna die, she said she wanted to go home. Maybe she did.
100 years.
Is this Sobek's house?
You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God.
Same age
so
we were at the start of
she
this
called
gap.
the fire department. and
Sobek
after,
Ranch.
She took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care. And that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care.
Wait, was that
She
her?
said,
Oh my, it's her.
Elizabeth,
She did
being
come
smart will
home.
count for nothing if you
That's
don't make
Sobek.
the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for
That's
something.
Elizabeth.
To serve
So she
life,
got locked out of the
not
Alpha facility because she had to seal the door, but it could only be sealed from the outside, and she sacrificed herself to save the other
You are
Alphas.
childless.
And then she went home.
I never had time.
She went home, and that's where she died.
Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious and willful, unstoppable even, but with enough compassion to heal
We
the
came
world.
from her. We're not her daughter,
Just a
but
little bit.
we were created from Sobek's DNA.
Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Look at the triangle of the flowers as well. That's cool. Is that it? Wait, what's this? This is... Oh, that's it! I thought we were going in with a cauldron then, but no, that's the credits. Oh my god. So that Deathbringer was the final boss. Wow. What a game. What a game. I absolutely like loved this. Absolutely brilliant. I think I don't know if I said it last time or if I cut it out or what I did with it, but I think I said in the video, like maybe the last one or the one before, that of all the characters we've played as in this story, like on this channel, I think Aloy's probably is my favourite character we've played as. In terms of the ones that I hadn't played, I think Nathan Drake is still obviously one of the best, but I played that game several times. But Aloy is just a fantastic character. I think she's played really well as well. Her name's Ashley Birch, the person that voices Aloy. I'm not quite sure about like they have like an American accent. I know we're in the future, but it's still kind of like primitive. They must have learnt how to speak, because they probably didn't even have that knowledge, because of course Pharaoh shut down Apollo, so they had no knowledge to take from the Alphas. They probably didn't even know how to speak. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they did. Maybe they did know how to speak because they were led outside, but they didn't have the technology that the Alphas had. So maybe that's why. But yeah, that was a brilliant story. I think it's the end that everybody wanted. I think there's an option for a sequel as well. I know there is a sequel, Forbidden West, which came out in like February, I think. And it's called The Forbidden West. That may say Aloy exploring further afield. She knows who she is now. She knows where she came from. So it'll be interesting to see what that sequel is about. There's DLC as well, The Frozen Wilds DLC for this game, which I'm not going to play on the channel, but I will definitely check that out in my own time. I'm going to have to go through and do all the side quests and stuff as well. I might have to replay the story, actually, thinking about it, because there's probably stuff that you have to get like along the story. Because with that final battle, there were so many more alloys we could have had if we'd actually done more side quests, I think. We ended up with a few, but not a great deal at all. I think if we'd have done more side quests, we would have had more allies. And also, we picked up a couple of things called power cells. And there wasn't really anything to do with them, so I'm not quite sure what the deal is with those either. Maybe you get some sort of reward for getting all of those. So I might have to replay the story to get every trophy in this, which I don't want to try and do. I try and do that with every game that I play. I try to get every trophy. I've been doing that with Uncharted, and it's been horrible. The Uncharted 2 brutal difficulty trophy was one of the most difficult trophies I think I've ever had to get, and it really made the game not unenjoyable, but it almost ruined the game for me. Like the story is good, but when you're just playing the game and just trying to get through it, and you've got a difficulty like that where it's almost impossible, it makes the game far less enjoyable. But yeah, this has been an outstanding game. I've really enjoyed this one. Been one of my favorites I've played on the channel. Like this, Detroit, and Death Stranding, 100% the three best games I think I've played on this channel for the first time. But yeah, like the narrative was just consistent all the way through. The story wise, I've got zero complaints. I think it's a fantastic story. And the game looks amazing as well. I think this came out in 2017. It looks fantastic. The landscape looks fantastic. Like the world it builds, it's just really cool. The machines are amazing. I got like minor niggles with this game. Like it's a brilliant game. Like complaints I have are more about like I don't know, just some of the like mechanics, not physics so much, but like Aloy should be able to do, like, she can't really jump too much. Like her jumping's pretty bad. She can't really grab onto stuff unless it's like something that's meant to be grabbed onto. I think that's where Assassin's Creed does really well. Is the amount of like parkouring and climbing that you can do is just so like vast. And here it is like really limited how much of that you can do. Like unless something's marked in yellow, you can't really climb it, or you're not supposed to climb it. So that's a bit of a yeah, that's like one very small complaint I have. Is stuff like that. The combat's fun. Like, you've got all these different enemies, and you need. It's a bit annoying having to work out like what each enemy's strength and weakness is. Whether going into the menu to find it or whether you use your focus. It does kind of slow things down a bit, and it's the same with like all the things you pick up, so like all the data points. It does kind of slow things down a bit, but you don't have to pick those up, and you can, if you want to see more of the lore, you can pick those things up, so it's not like you have to get them. It's the same with the side quests as well. You don't have to do them, and I think some of the dialogue in the game is very slow. I think some of the side quests probably can be a bit repetitive. Some of the errands, they're sort of all very similar, but you don't have to do those things. The main story and the main campaign is absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. Just that sense of discovery you get from, you know, all the different data points and the recordings from, well, 1,000 years ago at this point. Yeah, it's cool. And the focus is like, you have similar sort of things in other games, like Assassin's Creed. You've got the bleeding effect, which allows you to see things that you wouldn't normally be able to see. Tomb Raider had a very similar thing as well. Detroit did as well. They all have this sort of kind of way that you can see things that normally you wouldn't be able to see with the human eye. The focus is a really good way of doing that, and it does highlight weaknesses on machines as well, so that's good. So yeah, combat wise it's really good. You've got the different kinds of enemies. I don't think you need quite as many weapons as you get. Like I should be able to use fire arrows or shock arrows or freeze arrows with any bow, but you can only use them with certain bows. Again, very minor complaint, but I think you just need like one bow really, and you can just put whatever arrows on it and you can modify that one bow. I don't think you really need much more than that. Some things we never used. The rope caster never got used. The sling very much got more use in the second half, but not nearly as much in the first half. It was very much a bow and arrow based thing. But it's fun combat. It's really fun combat. You got the modifiers as well. It's cool. I do enjoy it. So yeah, really good game. One of the my favourites that I've played on the channel, definitely. It's up there with Detroit and Death Stranding, story-wise as well. I think this might have a better story than Detroit. I think this is the best story that we've had. I really enjoyed it. So with this now done, because I'm going to play all the other stuff off camera, the DLC, and getting the rest of the trophies. I guess we need to work out what we're going to be playing next. I've already made a decision. Aloy's been a fantastic female lead character. She's been one of my favourite people that I've played as during this game. Just the way she's brought up and just the development that she's had. Really cool. Aloy's a brilliant character. We're going to another female lead, but we have met her before. We're going to be playing as Lara Croft once again, as we play Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's going to be starting on Monday. So it's a sequel to the 2013 Tomb Raider game that we played about a year ago now. And we're going to be revisiting Lara Croft. I was thinking about maybe going all the way back to the 90s and going through all those old games, but this Tomb Raider series, like the reboot Tomb Raider series, kind of has its own sort of story. The older games were very much different, so we're going to play this trilogy, and then maybe down the line we'll go back and play the older Tomb Raiders, maybe do them on stream or something like that. But yeah, on Monday we're going to be starting Rise of the Tomb Raider, which came out 2 years after the Tomb Raider reboot. So we'll have a bit of a recap of what happened in the first one at the start of that video, and then we'll get things going. So we've gone from one female lead to another. So Monday we're going to be starting Rise of the Tomb Raider. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making an amazing game. Horizon's brilliant. Really good game. Oh, the Frozen Wilds. Oh, is this DLC for the Frozen Wilds? Okay. I don't want to skip it because I'm not sure if there's going to be an end credit scene, but we haven't seen this. So, yeah. Do I want to skip I'm going to skip and hope that we're not going to miss a scene or something. Oh, okay. We might be good. Okay. Ah. Don't think Hades is dead. Sequel! Or is it? Is it? Okay, it might have just gone somewhere. Oh, hello, Silence. Ah. Hades escapes the machine.
Remember me?
Silence and Hades back together again.
So much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge.
That's true. We don't know that.
Don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Oh, that's a metal devil. I don't want to be dealing with one of those, please. Yeah, there's still things we don't know. So of course, what awakened Hades? Because it was something that got into Gaia, and it awoke all these subordinate programs, and gave Hades like a mind of its own, and allowed Hades to attack Gaia and put the virus in it. So we don't know what sent that program into Hades. We don't know that. So maybe that's something we find out in the DLC or in the sequel. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream with an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow, prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all the loot and skills you've accumulated throughout this playthrough. New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play in this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option in the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Okay, so you can start the game again, keeping the tools you have, or you can continue your current playthrough and I guess do all the side quests and things like that. Okay, that's quite cool. At least you get to do that. Okay, so yeah, so we're back to where we were before everything started up. So yeah, so you can go back to the palace and you can try and do that again. There may be something that says like, oh, you have to do this thing without dying or something, because some games do have trophies like this. But this gives you the opportunity to do all the side quests that you weren't able to do, and then you can recruit more people for the final battle. And there's other stuff that needs doing as well. If we go into our quests, I mean, there's bandit camps that we haven't done. There's still a couple of Tornex we didn't do. There's still some cauldrons that we didn't do. Corrupted zones as well, tutorials. There's so much stuff that we didn't actually do because it was very much a story focused playthrough. So, you know, there's an option to do all those. And then probably is a New Game Plus trophy. If we look in the trophy list, it'll probably say you have to finish the game on New Game Plus, which means you start from the beginning, but you do keep your skill points and you do keep your inventory. So there may well be a trophy based on that. But yeah, that'll be something for my own time whenever I've got the time to do so, whenever I've got, you know, nothing else really to play at the moment. I'm working on the rest of the trophies for the Uncharted trilogy at the moment, and I'm almost finished. I've just got the brutal trophy to do on Uncharted 3, which is much easier than on 2, because there's a glitch that allows you to actually add cheats. So you can have it so that you can have one-shot kills and infinite ammo. That's very helpful, but unfortunately in 2, that doesn't work anymore, so that made that much harder. But as for the channel, on Monday, we're going to be starting Rise of the Tomb Raider, sequel to 2013's Tomb Raider. So you've got that to look forward to. But as for Horizon, I've really enjoyed this game. Hopefully you have too. And if you enjoyed this last video, then drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, and turn notifications on. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough as much as I did, because this is one of my this is one of the best games we've played on this channel, definitely. So hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Aloy, was there something more?
Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very outlanders that Rost pursued.
So, Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl. Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story.